Thanks for tuning in to the 2019 BMW R nineT. If you are on the YouTube channel, please subscribe, give this video a like for more future content. That is going to be awesome. I'm trying to get on every bike I possibly can. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the flip side. Alright guys, so today we are on the BMW 2019 R nineT Catalano Grey, which is a really cool BMW color. This specific model by BMW has, as you see, the boxer engines. This specific bike has heated grips. Now there are options, colors kind of for days, specific special editions that you can get in this bike, but this is the basic bike that the R nineT stands behind. So let's just dive right into it. Super basic bike. You know, you have one gauge cluster up here. This one does have heated grips. I'm 6 foot, flat foot really easily. The spring in the back feels very good. The bike compresses quite a bit. It does have a menu over here to the left. Let's go ahead and cut it on, see what it sounds like. So kind of a characteristics of the R nineteen boxer engine is pulling to your right a little bit, which is what I love about these things. The clutch and the brake are adjustable with these numbers right here. They do have a texture to them. They're not just raw metal. It feels almost like a Cerakote type material that they coated these with, which I like a lot. So what I'm going to do now is just go straight over to get some gas. See you guys in a second. The throttle response is really smooth. Really smooth. I love the boxer engine by BMW. It just makes these bikes so comfortable on the throttle. Plus they just last forever. Forever. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am back. The shift down on this bike is not a noticeable click like some of the other bikes from BMW. It's a really, you know, just a push down. You don't even really feel like it's going into first. It's not that jump forward like you'll see on a lot of bikes. So the first thing we're going to do is check out the sound. Really smooth through the gearbox. The second thing we're going to do is check out the handling after this light. Brakes are good. They're that natural pull. They're not extremely powerful like Brembo, standard Brembo. These do have Brembos on them, but they don't feel like the sticky, like leader bike type Brembos feel like on the S1000 bikes. It's more of that you pull in and it's that gradual pull and brake instead of that sticking point right here that kind of sends you forward. Gauge cluster, really easy to navigate all the way through. Get your engine temperature, your clock. I mean, it's just a basic, cool little screen for the minimalist. I mean, it's a really easy bike to sit on too. I love this color. I don't know if you guys can see that very easily, but the gray is a really nice touch. The boxer engine is out enough in front of you that you're not going to have an issue hitting it while you're on the road either. So that's a good thing. Alright, so let's go over some handling first, how this thing turns. It really dives in, which is good. It really kicks in too when you change the gears. So this bike has 110 horsepower at the mid 7,000s RPM wise. Sounds really good. Very consistent revs throughout. So when you're slowing down, it's not jumping all the way down. It's not doing anything crazy, keep in mind. It feels very comfortable. The seat is ridiculously comfortable on this. This definitely could be a very good commuter bike. And you can definitely, you know, take it into some twisties. Have a little fun with it. Oh, it sounds good feeding. Like popping back at me too. I got some get up and go. So my seating posture is a lot like a standard naked bike, except I'm not positioned forward as much as, say, an S1000 single R or a Monster. Like, I have no pressure on my wrists, really. None. So you're not going to have an issue there. Definitely has some get up to get around everybody. Like I said, it's not super torquey by any means. It's more of a super smooth power delivery all the way through the rev range. It's enough power, but it's not gonna jerk your arms back, if that makes sense. And if you guys don't know, like, the Boxer engine by BMW is one of the most efficient, durable, reliable on the market as a whole. They know what they're doing. This will be a long lasting bike for you if you end up falling in love with it. So next I'm going to do a little highway, see what it feels like up to speed with some wind. Easily able to cruise on the highway at pretty low RPMs. It is a naked bike again, so I am feeling a good amount of wind, but it's not, I'm not getting bludgeoned or anything. Now when you're on the road, like right now where there's a lot of cars in front of you, like you can't really get around the weird gusts of wind because it's getting hit off the cars. There's some weird air flowing through here because cars and these big trucks are cutting through it. But you really don't want to. You don't really want to worry about that too much. The bike is a heavy bike, and it's going to be able to take all that wind. So when it's wet, this bike is in the low 400s with weight. Seat height of about 31.7. It's either 31.7 or 31.5, right there close to 32. So it's not super high at all. And it'll be comfortable for most riders. I don't have long arms, for instance, and I'm not leaned way over. And I am absolutely all the way upright. It just feels like I could cruise like this forever. Let's see what the engine braking feel like again. So the engine braking isn't something that's going to pull you way back. And now unless you go from 5th to 1st gear, you're probably going to feel that. But it's just very smooth through the revs going up and down. It dives straight into the corner too. Feels super good. Wow. Wow. Man, this is a solid bike. Now I can't notice it really pulling to the right. That's a typical R9T thing. They used to erase these types of bikes with Boxer engines, so they would on purpose, they would come into the turns and put on the throttle to pull them out to be able to strategically lean in the right way. But when I'm up and going, I don't feel it. Now, if I sit here and I rev it, it shifts to the right a little bit, which is awesome. I haven't mentioned the clutch yet. So the clutch is really easy to get used to. It has this textured material, so it's really easy to grip, and it doesn't throw you into the next gear unless you just pop it all the way out. It's very forgiving. So this bike could be something that you could have in a commute environment where the traffic is in the picture, because the clutch is so easy to use. Like, you don't have to be going 20 in first gear for it to completely engage. Okay, let's test the brakes. Brakes and engine braking together works fantastic. I love how the suspension works. This feels like you really can sit into the bike. Feels like it catches you. But super comfortable going over bumps, anything. But man, this Catalano Grey is probably one of my favorite BMW colors. It's kind of like a dark gray that looks different in different types of lighting. This thing does sound super good though. I love the sound. Now, we will see what the difference is between the feel of a bike kind of like this, which would be the Ducati Scrambler Cafe Racer. Very different engines, but kind of in the same market share, I would say. I've got a Scrambler to ride on today, the Cafe, and we can see how that feels. But I feel like if you drove one of these two bikes, it would feel, you would know what you like engine wise and feel wise pretty dang fast. So definitely check out the Scrambler Cafe Racer video if you're up in the air about which one to get. Again, for the price point, you know, you're at like $10,000–$11,000 for this R9T right here. That's 2019 brand new. That is not bad for how much bike you are getting with this. That is almost ridiculous. Yeah, so the suspension is pretty soft. It floats over these bumps. I'm not getting beat up at all. Back spring compresses really easily. I feel the front fork's working too. So this would be very easy to take on a long trip and not get worn out. Again, none of the excess fancy stuff. You do have heated grips, which is awesome. But if you're not one that likes that TFT digital display type of screen, this is just no frills. This only gives you what you need to know. And some people really like that. But as we wrap up this video, guys, come on by Garcia Moto, North Carolina and ride this bike. If you haven't, you should, because it's a really cool bike, and it could be the one bike that you're looking for, even if you haven't been looking for one of these, that you might fall in love with, because it's definitely its own thing. You can't really compare it to any of their other bikes, and it's got that quality and durability of the Boxer engine that you won't even have to really worry ever. This specific one is available. It's right at that $11,000 price range for all the tax and tags and title. It's a 2019. But guys, it has been real. It's been a fun one riding this bike today. Love the pop back of this. And give it a little gas going into this last stretch. Woo! Feels good. Alright guys, Thanks for tuning in to the 2019 BMW R9T. If you are on the YouTube channel, please subscribe, give this video a like for more future content. It is going to be awesome. I'm trying to get on every bike I possibly can. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the flip side.